In 1930, terrible dust storms in the middle of the United States devastated the lives of million inhabitants. Reason: insufficient understanding of the ecology of the plains. Farmers carrying out extensive deep plowing, exposing the soil to the wind, converting grasslands into wheat fields, resulting in the lack of rainfall, caused disaster. They'll say nature, we'll say humans. 1984-1985, drought, famine and disaster in Ethiopia. Reason: terrible policies carried out by the government, institution and international community that led to the slow onset drought. They'll say nature, we'll say humans. 2005, Hurricane Katrina that happened in New Orleans and Gulf Coast destroyed and displaced million inhabitants. Reason: Louisiana wetlands being destroyed by the developers in the past, and then they'll come here and they'll say it's all nature, we'll say humans, because we accept the burden, we accept the blame, we accept the fault that humanity has perished and we have committed mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Today the side opposition will come here and talk about a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, the side opposition will come and tell us a lot of conspiracy theories that all is natural and nothing is done by men. But I'm going to tell you that they're not going to talk about how we are bypassing environmental norms, how we are not caring about the improper distribution of population, how there is policy paralysis by global organization, how we have failed to provide solutions to the technological aftermath like gene editing that disrupts food chain, how we have created global warming and climate change, how there are recklessness and carelessness of humankind that has led to the destruction and deforestation of 80,000 wildfires, and they're going to come here and they're going to say it's all natural and men are not responsible for anything. Ladies and gentlemen, what are they speaking, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we have to understand that this is not a debate of principle, this is not a debate of example, this is a debate of principle. But before understanding the principle, let us understand what is the definition of natural disaster. As explained by the United Nations, natural disaster is a consequence of a natural hazard that triggers and destroys the social, economical and political development of a region. So basically, if an earthquake or a flood occurs in a land that is uninhabited, it is merely a natural occurrence. But if a natural occurrence or a natural hazard occurs in a habited land, it then converts into a disaster. So as long as men are involved, women are involved, children are involved, life is involved, it then becomes a natural disaster. It is astonishing to know that we are 7.6 billion people, yet we form only 0.01% of all living beings on this planet Earth. However, since the dawn of civilization, humanity has killed more than 83% of wild mammals and plants. That is the devastation that has been done by men, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to say it's all natural, but don't believe them. Today we need to understand that honeybees are declining at a rapid pace. We can see that the decline of honeybees is due to the measures like insecticide, herbicide, human negligence, global warming and climate change. And the reason why honeybees are declining is very essential for us humans, because after the honeybees are going to extinct, pollination will suffer, plants will suffer, animals will suffer, birds will suffer, nature will get destroyed, and one day we will not be having a day like this to debate on this topic because humanity won't exist, ladies and gentlemen, but they're still going to say that it's all nature. That's why we're going to tell you that natural disasters are man-made. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a time for us to get inspired by people like Anupam Mishra, whose book, The Lakes Are Still Alive, helped the farmers to go back into the ancient methods of conversing the water. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for us to get inspired by people like Wangai Maatai, who made sure that the Green Belt movement is able to plant 30 million trees and can give jobs to unemployed people and can prevent soil erosion and can also secure firewood. The time has come for us to get inspired by Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, Environmental Act, Chipko movement, and all those movements that have told us that the nature matters to us as much as we matter to nature, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come for us to rise. The time has come for us to make sure that the humanity is not perished under the foolment of the side opposition who is going to tell that you are going to die because it's all natural. We won't live for a longer period of time. Ladies and gentlemen, there were side opposition who came and they told us the change is the law of nature, that men don't have any right in natural occurrence. I'd like to tell you that with the help of gene editing, we are now changing the lives of people. We have provided legs to the people who are crippled. We have given eyes to the people who are blind. And still we are going to tell that we are not hampering the nature. It is a false statement, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe them. Finally, I understand the side opposition is going to ask me a question. What is my aim? What is my solution? My solution is a simple word. sustainability. The time has come for us to save the natural resources. Ladies and gentlemen, ask the right questions because the right question and the right time is now. Thank you.